Sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racist, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Davis Field House, home of the Bob Jones University Bruins. At this time, we ask that you please turn your attention to the court. Every year, Bob Jones University is proud to have student athletes who represent the school through their hard work both on and off the court. Today, we would like to celebrate those members of the men's basketball team who are representing the Bruins in their final regular season home game. Each has contributed to the Bruins during their time at Bob Jones, and we would like to honor their hard work and dedication at this time. First, we would like to recognize John Barron. John is the team manager for the men's basketball team and has been a part of the team for the past couple of years. John has played a key role by modeling servant leadership, mentorship, and discipleship of his teammates. Upon graduation, John is interested in pursuing his master's degree and is interested in coaching basketball as well. Ladies and gentlemen, John Barron. Next, let's give it up for number 11, Andrew Ahrens. Andrew is a 4-year contributor to the Bruin basketball program. Andrew initially came as a member of the varsity reserve team and has worked tirelessly to be a member of the varsity team. Andrew is known for being a great teammate, and his influence will be greatly missed. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Ahrens. Next up, we have number 3, Stefan Hughley. Stefan has been with the Bruins basketball program for the last 3 years. He has been a key contributor both as a starter and as the 6th man. He has started in all 22 games this season and leads the team in rebounds and is second on the team in points with nearly 300 points recorded. Stefan will graduate this year, but is interested in pursuing further education and continuing his basketball career next season. Ladies and gentlemen, Stefan Hughley. And now let's give it up for number 23, Henry Blair. In his time at BJU, Henry has been named as Region Player of the Year, as well as being named to the All-American team. He led the Bruins into the national tournament last year and hopes to do that this year as well. In addition, Henry has excelled in the classroom and has been named to the President's List due to his academic achievements. Just this week, Henry scored his 1,000th point in only his 2nd season with the Bruins. Henry is hoping to open his own basketball training business and possibly play professionally overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, Henry Blair. And finally, let's give it up for number 4, Hayes Brush. Hayes has played a significant role in Bruin basketball all 4 years of his career. Hayes has participated in 2 region championships and helped lead the Bruins to the national tournament last season. Hayes has started in every game this season, seeing over 650 minutes on the court. Hayes is getting married in June and hopes to coach basketball in the near future. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayes Brush. Thank you so much to all of our seniors for your commitment and dedication to our team. And thank you for being a Bruin. Let's give one more round of applause to our seniors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some basketball. At this time, we ask you to please stand for a word of prayer. Father God, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for allowing us to worship you through the avenue of sports. We thank you for allowing everyone to travel here safely today, and we ask for the continuing safety of all of our athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators during this event. Father, once again, thank you so much for our seniors and everything they've done for this program and for this school. In Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for our national anthem that will be performed tonight by Bronze Star awardee of 2 wards, First Sergeant Henry Blair.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad strides and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Give it up for First Sergeant Henry Blair, everybody! And now it's time for your starting lineups. First for the Suns. Number 0, Akeem Burton. Number 2, Elijah Barnes. Number 10, Fabian De Los Rios. Number 11, Alexander Gonzalez. And number 30, Cedric Green.
It's growl time.
And now it's time for your Bob Jones University Bruins starting lineup. First up at guard, a 5'10" sophomore from Ludowici, Georgia, number 1, Tostadas Poutsy. Next up at guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Ramsar, North Carolina, number 2, Trevor Brunson. Next up at forward, a 6'4" senior from Long County, Georgia, number 3, Stefan Hughley. Next up at guard, a 6'2" senior from Greer, South Carolina, number 4, Hayes Brush. And at guard, a 6'3" senior from Ludowici, Georgia, number 23, Henry Blair. The Bruins are coached by Burton Uwaro, and he is assisted by Dr. Tony Miller, John Clay, and John Barron.
Well, we are ready to go here from the Davis Fieldhouse on the campus of Bob Jones University. Senior Day, which is always an emotional day for the men's basketball program. The final time these 4 seniors on the roster will play here at the Davis Fieldhouse. They, of course, will go into the region tournament at the end of the season and hope to get back to the national championship once again. But this will be their final time lacing it up here in front of the hometown fans. You saw the senior ceremony. Bruins welcoming Johnson University of Florida in a South Region matchup. An important game for the Bruins as they wrap up the regular season here. Again, still some final seeding to be determined in the South Region tournament coming up next week down at Jacksonville, Florida. You heard the starters moments ago. Pouncey, Stephon Hughley, Trevor Brunson, Henry Blair, and Hayes Brush. 3 seniors that were honored. Blair, Hughley, and Brush all in the starting lineup here again tonight. Missed inside that time. Suns coming back the other way. Floater on the way is no good. This is the 12th matchup between these two programs, and the Bruins have only lost once. And that was here at the Davis Fieldhouse a couple of years ago in the South Region Championship when Johnson pulled off a massive upset that year and came away with the victory, eliminating the Bruins from getting to the national tournament. But as I said, that has been the only time in their history that the Bruins have dropped a game against Johnson University. As a matter of fact, earlier this year, the Bruins cruised to a 89-67 victory down in Kissimmee, Florida. But this will tell you just how crazy the South has been this year. So the Bruins kind of winning lopsided. And then, of course, you know if you follow the Bruins this semester, have had some struggles in the region. Well, Johnson University, who has been kind of, from a standings perspective, at the bottom of the South region, well, they beat Trinity Baptist the other night. So it has been an absolutely wide open South region this year. And I tell you what, that tournament down in Jacksonville next week is going to be a lot of fun to watch. As going into the tournament, I'm telling you, there is really any of the teams going could win. And so it'll be interesting to see what team gets hot at the right time. The final seeding for the regional tournament will come out in the early stages of this coming week. Pouncey across to Brunson, takes his dribble, pops it back out. What a game Trevor Brunson had a couple of weeks ago here in the Fieldhouse, scoring 36 on the night in the win over Warren Wilson. That has sparked a little bit of a run for the Bruins as they've won 2 of their last 3, dropping a game down at Trinity last week in their final road game. But they bounced back with a victory on Monday night, a big-time victory. 102-58 was the final score in that one. Again, when the Bruins are on, they are a difficult team to stop. I think the key is going to be, as they go into the regional tournament, combining both sides of the ball, playing that good defensive effort while also getting those shots to fall. Henry Blair has increased it to a 5-0 lead. He's got all the points so far for the Bruins. What a career he has had. Of course, you heard it in the senior ceremony. Just 2 years with the Bruins, and he's already hit 1,000 points in his career with the club. So our deepest appreciation for Henry Blair. Of course, he was the South Region Player of the Year last year, unanimous vote from all the coaches. And he is definitely building a solid resume to at least be in contention for that award again this year. Hughley through the lane, pump fake. That one's soft off the front part of the rim. Suns coming back the other way. And that is going to be Cedric Green scooping it in and scoring. And just like that, it's back to a 1-point game, 5-4. Trevor Brunson, 3-pointer from the outside. That hits the front iron, no good. Back come the Suns. De Los Rios now over to Burton. Burton back out to Green. Last time these two teams played, Cedric Green definitely presents some challenges down low. He's got that long athletic body. And the Suns take their first lead of the game. 6-0 run here for the Suns in the last minute and a half here. Hayes Brush driving through the lane, has that one blocked by Green. Barnes gathers in the deflection, back the other way. Quick 3-pointer on the way, no good. Burton gets the rebound. Burton is going to be fouled in close, and that's going to be on Henry Blair, his first, team first. Here in the early stages of this first half, Bruins jumped out to a 5-0 lead. It's been all Suns since. Brian Sims getting ready to see his first action of the contest. We'll see him right now, and he has been able to provide a spark for the Bruins really since about 3 or 4 weeks ago, when the Bruins, Sims had started at point guard for the season. And again, this is a matter of coaches always making adjustments. They decided to go with Tastatis Pouncey, and in both ways, Pouncey stepped into the role very nicely as the starting point guard, but it really freed up Brian Sims to be a lot more effective coming in off the bench. Again, he just provides that, just as you see right there, that mid-range jump shot, but that spark plug as he comes in. He has incredible speed and an incredible first step. And again, credit the coaching staff as he has been able to come in off the bench and really be a great sixth man for the Bruins in the latter part of this season. Three-point bomb back as Elijah Barnes knocks it down. Gives the Suns the lead once again. Skip pass up to Trevor Brunson. He goes through the lane and drops it in. Good sequence for the Bruins, and you saw Brian Sims that time saying, hey, let's run. Let's take advantage of the transition game here, and that was an easy basket for Trevor Brunson that time. Green, this one off the hands of Green, back to Burton. Burton with a slight hesitation, jump shot on the way, and the elbow jumper is good once again. So the Suns have been able to maintain a slim lead ever since battling back from a 5-0 deficit. Bruins keeping pace as well. Hayes Brush on the block using good footwork, tried to tip it in himself, no good. Hughley and Brush both were going for the offensive rebound, and skip pass back to De Los Rios. He takes the three from the outside and knocks it down. Timeout Bruins. As the Suns have caught fire, Bruins looking for an answer. That'll be the first time out of the game. Registration for Bruins sports camps is open this summer. You can train with Bruins players and learn from our coaches the skills to help you improve your game. Information is available online, bjubruins.com/camps. .30 left to go here in the first half. Johnny Gamet bringing you the action first. Final game of the regular season for the Bruins. It's senior day here as the program honored 5 seniors. Team manager John Barron. We'll talk about him over the course of the broadcast. We'll start with team manager John Barron. Of course, the team manager for your program often is a thankless position at any level, at the high school level, the college level, but particularly at the college level. The team manager does so much for the team behind the scenes. He often is getting there early to make sure equipment is set up and things are ready to go. But then as well, he is staying after practice and making sure that things are cleaned up and put away. How about Stephon Hughley with back-to-back buckets? That one even tougher, as he got it to go and is going to be fouled in the process. So he'll go to the line for one more. Sean Barron, been with the team for a couple of years now, and he's graduating this year. So thanks to John for all of his work for the program. It's a little bit of a spark the Bruins needed. Hughley misses the free throw opportunity, so it's a one-possession game, 15-13. After back-to-back baskets by Stephon Hughley. Bruins getting back to a little bit more of their traditional offense, at least the last couple of weeks. Back to the top, this is Shannon, who just came into the game for the Suns. And Hughley has that one poked away. And now Henry Blair going to be called for the reach-in. I don't think he agreed with that call. Looked like he got mostly ball on that one, but looks like there's going to be some contact on that. That's Henry Blair's second foul, second team foul as well. So I would not be surprised. I think we're going to see Henry Blair take a seat here again. With as pivotal as he is to the offense, you don't want to run the risk at 13 minutes left in this first half that he picks up that third foul. So likely we'll see Henry take a 5 or 6 minute break here just to try to protect him from getting that third foul. Burton going to be fouled by Brian Sims that time, as Burton had gotten the positioning underneath. Kind of a smart foul, though, by Brian Sims there, as Burton was directly underneath the basket. Would have easily been able to slide in a layup there. Burton handing this one off to Jenkins. Again, this is a Suns team that has really caught fire in the last couple of weeks. Again, you oftentimes will look at a record, and the Suns are only 3-16 on the season. But as I said before, this South region is wide open going into the tournament next week. Sims has that one poked away, splits the defenders, not able to get it to go. Hayes Brush tries to for the putback, and he is fouled on the way up.
That foul is on number 0, Akeem Burford. It's his first personal third team foul. Hayes Brush.
They'll send Brush to the line for 2. Second one is up and good as well. We got a tie game, folks. 15-15, nearing the midway point of the first half. Suns have been able to keep pace. That shot from the outside off the front iron. And Stephon Hughley skies for the rebound. Kenny Garrick bringing it up on the advance. He'll hand it off to Brian Sims as the Bruins look to get into their offense here. Trevor Brunson through the lane, back out to Kenny Garrick. Back to Sims. Sims, mid-range jumper on the way. That one tipped by Brush, but back come the Suns. Jenkins, met by Sims, now to Burton, top of the key. Burton has that one poked away. Hughley, it's a 4-on-1 coming back the other way for the Bruins. Hughley drops this one off, back to Sims, and Sims is up and in. And the Bruins got away with one there, and you see the Suns bench kind of going crazy there right after that basket. Hughley dropped it off to Kenny Garrick. Well, Kenny Garrick was standing out of bounds when he caught the ball and passed it back in. And so the Suns wanting that one to be overturned, but the ref didn't see it. In any case, it's going to be a basket for the Bruins. They regain the lead, 17-15. Jenkins driving to his right, up off the glass. We're back tied. I fully anticipate this game being neck and neck throughout. Again, both of these teams likely are going to be some of the lower seeds in the regional tournament. Probably that 4 to 6 range. As again, both have had some struggles in the region this year. This one, give it away. Burton coming back the other way. And it is blocked by Brunson, but they're going to call a foul on the body. And I believe that's going to be Brunson's first. It will. And that'll be the 4th team foul. Takes us to the media timeout. We're all locked at 17 with 10:57 to go in this first half. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. Check them out online at fcisc.com. back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Senior day for the Bruins in their final regular season game as they're welcoming South Region opponent Johnson University of Florida. Could potentially be a rematch of this game next week, again, depending on how final seeding shakes out. Again, you saw earlier this week, Johnson University defeated Trinity Baptist, who at the beginning of this season was ranked at one time as high as 4, I believe, in the country. And a lot of people thought that they would be the sure number 1 seed going into the regional tournament. Well, then a couple weeks ago, you probably have seen the run that Pensacola Christian College has been on. I believe they've won 9 of their last 11 or something like that. And so, again, going into the regional tournament, there's really not one team that is risen to the top. It'll stay Bruins possession. Pouncey and Dylan Harris have entered the game. Harris for the first time, Pouncey re-entering the game. Harris gets it over to Pouncey. Brunson thought about a 3 there for a second. We're going to have a blocking call here on Dayon Taylor. First foul for Taylor, 4th team foul for the Suns. It's a brush on the baseline. Good positioning for Dylan Harris. He's not able to get in close or make it from in close. Jump shot from mid-range, in and out. Kenny Garrick able to pull it away. Garrick coming back in transition, back to Brunson now. Brunson back up top to Garrick, over to Pouncey. Pouncey down low to Dylan Harris, back out to Garrick. 3-point shot on the way, no good. That one on the floor. Fans are looking for a travel that time. In the corner, 3-point shot away. That off the back iron this time, no good. Pouncey secures the rebound. And as I said before, Henry Blair now going to come back into the game as we've gotten under 10 minutes here in this first half. Again, he is playing with 2 fouls so far. Garrick, mid-range jumper this time. Good job by Kenny Garrick. Thought about the 3, had just missed in the last possession, so he said, you know what, I'm going to take a step inside here and get my range a little bit more secure. As he's able to knock that one down. His first points of the contest, 19-19, our score here with under 10 to go in the first half. Driving through the lane, no good. Pokes back away, Suns. Scoop shot on the way, no good. And Brunson pulls down the rebound, and probably should have been a reaching call there. Brunson coming back the other way. Skip pass up to the top of the key. Kenny Garrick again, mid-range jumper off the back iron, no good. This one on the floor, we're going to have a jump ball. And they're going to call a kickball here. I thought you might want a jump ball as both players were scrambling to get possession. That's a pretty odd call there, actually. You don't see that called too often. You see it more in a situation where the offense has the ball, goes to pass, and the ball happens to be kicked. We're still locked at 19 with under 9 minutes to play here in this first half. Burton, a little hesitation, looking at his options. Now over to Shannon. Shannon back to Dixon, or Jenkins, excuse me. And Jenkins from the baseline. That one in and out. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, called on Brunson here, off ball. And that's going to be on Pouncey. 15 foul, first on Pouncey. And it'll give the Suns the ball on the baseline. Back to Green. Green back inside. Tried the alley-oop. Broken play, but it goes right to the hands of Dewey Shannon. And he finishes the play to give the Suns the lead once again. Brunson through the lane. His layup no good, gets his own rebound, hands it off to Pouncey. Back to Brunson, he'll take the three. Got it! Gives the Bruins a 22-21 lead. Brunson misses the layup, regains his composure, and buries a three-point shot. And we're going to have a travel. Good call that time as, again, the Bruins heard the whistle and immediately panicked, hoping that Henry Blair would not pick up his third foul. If he picked up his third foul, he likely would be done for the half. Pouncey. That one poked away, but it's going to go out of play. Brunson gets it down to Dylan Harris on the block. Has that one poked away initially. Henry Blair through the lane, back out to Brunson. Turnaround jumper on the way, hits the back iron, no good. Back come the Suns in transition. This is Jenkins through the lane. His shot on the way, no good. And the ball bouncing around. Hughley finally gathers. Brunson brings it up on the advance. Trevor Brunson, little hesitation, almost traveled there, and he's able to get it back to Blair. Blair, soft touch up and in. We have not called his name since the early part of the half on the offensive side, as that's his 7th point of the game. He started the game with a 3 and then 2 free throws, but had to sit a good portion of this first half after picking up 2 quick fouls. Trevor Brunson with the steal, coming back the other way, up off the glass and in. Bruins have got a 5-point lead, 26-21. Timeout, Suns. Good run by the Bruins. They are able to take advantage of some of these turnovers and in turn have a 5-point advantage. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins. They're located just off Woodruff Road. Cambria is a brand new hotel offering great amenities at a beautiful facility. You can book your next stay online at choicehotels.com. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins getting a burst of energy here as they have a 26-21 advantage here in half number 1. 6.5 to go before the halftime break. Important region matchup here for the Bruins. Again, they hope to end the regular season on a high note. As we head into the regional tournament next week, again, the Bruins have had some struggles in the region. They had been a program that at the beginning of every year, they were contenders for the regional tournament, if not the biggest contender for the region title. As I said, this year in particular, the South has been just a juggernaut of competition. There was a time that Trinity Baptist appeared to be the favorite. Then Toccoa Falls really came onto the scene. The Bruins at one point really had strung together some impressive play. And then Pensacola Christian College came out of nowhere in the last couple of weeks and had really started to, particularly in the South, assert their dominance. So going into next week, it'll be a fun tournament for sure. That'll take place down in Kissimmee, Florida next week. It'll be a Thursday through Saturday situation. And again, it's a situation where the Bruins could find themselves having to play 3 games in the tournament, as there will be 6 teams competing. That is Colin Jacobs with the hook shot. That one doesn't go. That comes Burton the other way for the Suns. Cedric Green through the lane. That one blocked by Jacobs. And Green regathers and is able to get it to go. Now 5.5 to go in this first half. Bruins would love to close out this first half strong. Inside to Jacobs. Great positioning, big fella. That's one thing that Colin Jacobs has done ever since joining the team at Semester, is he brings a lot of basketball IQ. And you saw his positioning that time, using that big body to seal off the defender, gets it in close and uses the soft touch. So he'll go to the line for an extra free throw out of the timeout. Bruins still up 28-24 with just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. With nationwide capabilities, Ronald Blue Trust provides wealth management strategies and trust services that are based on biblical principles to help clients make wise financial decisions, live generously, and leave a lasting legacy. You can find out more information, ronblue.com/Greenville. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. 5:16 to go in this first half. Bruins clinging to a 4-point lead over the Johnson University of Florida Suns. And Jacobs able to complete the 3-point play. Back to a 5-point game, 29-24. Again, these two teams meeting at the beginning of this second semester. Bruins pulling away late in the game as they won by 22 down in Kissimmee, Florida. Back across the middle. That one blocked by Jacobs. And Pouncey comes away with the deflection. Pouncey will slow it up. It's a Hayes brush. Stephon Hughley. Back down low to Jacobs. Again, Jacobs in close, and that's a mismatch they're going to want to keep exploiting. As Jacobs, 3-point play, and scores again in close. And really, if you look at the Suns lineup the way that it is right now, I would be drawing it up for Jacobs almost every single offensive possession until a sub can come in. That 3-point shot, no good. Blair secures the rebound. Blair through the lane. And no foul called, but you could hear that one from up here. Blair definitely got fouled going through the lane that time, but referee didn't see it. Inside to Jacobs. Jacobs again, a lot of body contact, but Jacobs not able to score on that one. Suns pushing it ahead quickly. Now Burton will slow things up, and the Suns getting back into their offense. Gonzalez has it up top. Trevor Brunson going to check in at next available whistle for the Bruins. Gonzalez, pump fake, turnaround jumper on the way. Got it. And it's back to a 5-point game, 31-26. Yeah, it's going to be an over and back, as Hughley could not keep his footing after gathering the ball right at half court. A little confusion as to where the team would be taking the inbound. That's one thing I'm telling you. As many years as I've covered and played basketball, I still don't understand why the ball is taken out at certain spots. Because you think the ball goes out of bounds here, I should take it out, and then, no, take it out on the baseline. Or that's why I'm not an official. Brunston. He is going to be fouled going through the lane that time. Question is on who? And it looks like the foul is going to be credited to Hebraich's Amy. Brian Sims re-enters the game for the Bruins. Again, the team just really needing a good push to give them some momentum going into halftime. Brunson, all kinds of contact there. Good hesitation, and he got it to go. Brunson scores on the floater. Again, Brunson was being pulled, pushed, grabbed, all going through the lane and just hanging. And again, we have just seen, particularly this year, of course, last year, Trevor Brunson just kind of burst onto the scene late in the season. Of course, he hit a clutch three-pointer in the semifinal game of the regional tournament to send the Bruins to the region final. And then the Bruins were able to come away with their another South Region championship last year and go to the national tournament. But this year, Trevor had a little bit, and he'll tell you this as well, he had kind of a slow start to the regular season. But man, the last couple of weeks, he is really, you can see he is just playing with a lot more swagger and a lot more confidence. And folks, he's only a sophomore. I mean, you saw again in the game against Warren Wilson, he finished with 36 points, which is 3 shy of the single game record at 39. And again, he's just one of those guys that he knocks down a couple of shots early, you better keep feeding him the ball because he will keep hitting shots at an alarming rate. Gonzalez splits the defense, looking for somebody to pass to, finally gets it to Barnes. Barnes mid-range jumper. That one doesn't go. Hughley tips it to himself, and then he'll secure the rebound. Back to Brian Sims. Sims pushing it ahead as he had his defender trailing, and he tried to take it himself. Now he is going to get the ball off the offensive rebound. Brunson thought about a deep three that time. And we have just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Back outside to Blair. Blair is going to take a spot up three. That's going to hit off the cabling above the rim, which signals a dead ball. And so that will give the Suns possession. William Snipes entering the game. He had a big game on Monday. Finished in double figures for the Bruins. Officially finishing with 11 points. He's 5 of 8 from the field in just 13 minutes of play, too. And he's another one that's freshman this year, but could really mature into a good player for the Bruins in years to come. Sims in the corner to Snipes. A little hesitation back to Brunson. Brunson taking his defender one-on-one down into the block. Through the lane, no good, but we're going to have a foul called here. Burton doesn't agree with it, but again, there is a lot of contact going through the lane. And we talk about it all the time on the webcast. The one thing that you want from officiating crews at any sport, at any level, is this: consistency. That's it. Whether you call tight or call loose, as long as you call it consistent, that allows the players and the coaches to make the adjustments that they need to make. But when you're calling a game really tight in the first half and really loose in the end of the first half, it just is almost impossible for players to make those kinds of adjustments. Hughley trying to chase down the offensive rebound, and it goes off of Burton last, so the Bruins catching a break here. They'll get the ball on the baseline. Brian Sims will inbound. Burton going to be subbed out here. Blair gets it on the inbound, up off the glass, and again, a good mismatch that time for the Bruins as Blair going right at De Los Rios and scoring. Largest lead of the game for the Bruins, and we're going to have an offensive foul.
Illegal screen violation, Bruins ball. That foul is on number 15, Hebrew Aim. That is his fourth personal.
And Coach Elliot Hernandez is not happy.
Sub for the Suns, entering the game, number 30, Cedric Green, replacing number 15, Hebrew Aim.
(37-28), just over a minute to play here in this first half. Brunson, little hesitation. Thought about the mid-range jumper there, back to Brian Sims. Sims through the lane, turning on the boosters, and scores. Again, at the Division III level, and for that matter, the NCCAA level, I don't think you'll find a quicker first step than Brian Sims. Just incredible explosiveness right off of his dribble. And that is De Los Rios able to score the three from the outside. That's a big shot for the Suns to stop the bleeding momentarily. Bruins have an 8-point lead, potential to go into the locker room with a double-digit lead. This one back to Blair. Blair with a hesitation, back to Brunson. Thought about a three there for a second, driving through the lane instead, and it's going to be a foul. Foul is on Jaden Jenkins. His first team double bonus, I should say. And that will send Brunson to the line, one of the more prolific free throw shooters for the Bruins on the season. As a matter of fact, he's shooting 87% from the line this year. Brunson knocks it down again. 10-point game, 41-31. Dixon coming back the other way. Hesitation, back to Cedric Green. Turnaround shot on the way, no good. Brian Sims, lots of time here still. Sims racing the length of the court. Up off the glass, no good. Snipes with a follow, and he's not able to convert. Good presence of mind there for the Bruins as Sims looked up at the clock and there still was about 6 seconds remaining. So he ran the length of the floor, just wasn't able to convert. And then William Snipes was right there for the putback. I think maybe just panicked a little too much, thinking there was less time on the clock than there was. But that will take us to the halftime break. Bruins on top, 41-31 here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Second half action coming up. Stay with us. We are back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins with a 10-point advantage entering the second half as they closed out the first half strong. 41-31 our score. Again, Bruins' final regular season home game. Final regular season game as well before these teams will head into the South Regional Tournament. That's a good start for the Suns as Dewey Shannon goes soft off the glass and brings it back into a single-digit game. Opportunity to cut it back to 7 here. Misses that one, and Hughley will get the rebound. It was Trevor Brunson. That was the only player in double figures in that first half for the Bruins with 13. Henry Blair had 9. And make that double digits again for Henry Blair as he's at 11. 43-33. Back to a 10-point game. Barnes hands this one off to Burton. Burton with the hesitation through the lane, up off the glass. Soft touch for Hakeem Burton. Trevor Brunson picking up his second foul. Second team foul for the Bruins. Pouncey. Swing pass over to Henry Blair. Blair through the lane. His floating shot on the way, no good. And it's Shannon who pulls down the rebound back to Burton. Gets it back to Gonzalez. Suns have chipped away at this double-digit lead, and it's back to 7. That one picked off by Brunson, 3-on-1. Brunson gonna lay it up off the glass softly for 2. Make it 15 points on the night for Trevor Brunson. Gonzalez with the hesitation, floater on the way, no good. Hughley pulls down the rebound. Brunson thought about a 3 from the corner there. Back to Blair now. Now to Hughley on the baseline. His turnaround shot is good. Hughley scores in close. Nice pass and a nice find for the Suns as Burton scores. Cuts it back to a 9-point game, 47-38. Back to Pouncey. Great pass inside to Hughley, and Hughley scores. Back to an 11-point game, and another 3 for the Suns. Hughley skies for the rebound, close probably to double digits in rebounds already. Ahead to Hayes Brush, back out to Brunson. Corner 3, got it! And just like that, the Bruins punching back as the Suns had come out with a spark. Bruins answering back. Brunson hits the corner 3. It's a 14-point game, 52-38. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is a proud partner of your BJU Bruins. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is located just a few miles from BJU on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Check them out today or download the Chick-fil-A app to start earning points. Back underway here. Just under 17 minutes remaining in the game. Bruins have pushed it to their largest lead so far. It's a 14-point game. Again, earlier this season, these two teams really close at the half. And then the Bruins were able to pull away late. They won that one by 22. 89-67 was the final there. Blair has that one blocked. Going through the lane. Back come the Suns. Burton trying to get it ahead to Barnes. Barnes inside. Great find that time to a wide open Dewey Shannon. Back to a 10-point game, 52-42, but this is where the Bruins had done a good job in the last couple of possessions of when the Suns started chipping away. The Bruins came up with several clutch baskets. We'll see how they can respond here. Hayes Brush gets the inbound. And that one back to Henry Blair, and Blair slamming the ball down in frustration. Again, not able to gather it that time. He knows that turnover is on him, as it was a good pass from Hayes Brush. But, hey, even South Region Player of the Years make mistakes sometimes. Still a 10-point lead for the Bruins. And you know this team wants to end their regular season with a win, particularly a win in the South Region. Big-time block by Hayes Brush. As we said, it's senior day here for the Bruins. And you see number 11 in that lineup now, Andrew Ahrens, who is one of those guys that has been a 4-year player with the Bruins, but maybe not has had as much playing time as some of his teammates. But I tell you what, I say this all the time. You have those guys on your team that put in hard work day in and day out, knowing that they might not be seeing as much playing time. And Andrew Ahrens is the epitome of that. He has been just an incredibly hard worker, great teammate, high character guy in the lineup. And he is playing his final game here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Again, one of the few 4-year seniors that the Bruins have had. Actually, Hayes Brush, the only other 4-year player for the Bruins in this graduating senior class. Kenny Garrick getting it that time. Back to Blair. Blair back up to Kenny Garrick, top of the key, not able to hit anything that time. And it'll go back to the Suns. So once again, they have chipped away to a 7-point lead. And Coach Yu going to call timeout and talk things over. Fans, be sure to check out the Bruins website for all the latest information on your BJU Bruins. It's bjubruins.com. There you'll be able to see results of the games, feature stories on players and coaches, and so much more. Again, that's bjubruins.com. (52-45), Bruins keeping the upper hand for now. Again, in the earliest stages of this game, the Bruins jumped out to an early lead, and it was the Suns who came back and really led a good portion of that first half before the Bruins turned it on late. That's Dewey Shannon knocking down the tray, and it's a 4-point game now, 52-48, with 15 minutes to go. See how the Bruins can respond here. That is going to be a foul on Burton. And I believe that was, yes, that'll be 4. Ekme Burton. So that will sit him for a majority of this second half. Hughley backing down his defender, has it blocked by Green. It goes off of Hughley last, so it'll go back to the Suns. Gonzalez in the corner to Shannon. Floater on the way. Dewey Shannon has had the touch this second half. It's now a one-possession game, 52-50, as the Suns have battled back. A little hesitation. That floater on the way is short. And Kenny Garrick not able to save it. Trevor Brunson coming back into the game as the Suns regain possession, opportunity to retake the lead here as they trail by 2. Gonzalez, top of the key, met by Sims. Trying to throw it down low to De Los Rios, and a little miscommunication there, so that will be a turnover back to the Bruins here. Pouncey coming back into the game for the Bruins as he replaces Brian Sims. And again, the Bruins need to go back to that good ball movement that has been working and that has really been freeing them up for high percentage looks. Just don't have to force it. Henry Blair through the lane. Tough shot, tough angle, but he gets it to go. Offensive foul called, so the Bruins get it back 54-50 with just over 13 minutes to go. Brunson, love to see him start getting some looks here as he was red hot that first half. Hughley not able to score in close. Again, that has been a battle down low between Green and Hughley in this game. Floater on the way. That's a tough shot as Elijah Barnes gets it to go. Blair coming back, soft touch in close. That's what Henry Blair does best. When you think about the Bruins in their history, there have been few guys that could drive to the lane with that kind of authority like Henry Blair. He goes through the lane once again, all kinds of contact. Suns racing in transition. Transition 3. And it goes. Suns regain the lead with back-to-back threes. It's 58-56. And now poked away. Back comes Jenkins trying to throw it over to Barnes. And Pouncey tried to dive to keep it from going out of bounds. And we're going to have our media timeout. Reminder, registration for Bruins sports camps is open. You can train this summer with our players and coaches and learn from our coaches the skills to help you improve your game. Information is available at bjubruins.com/camps. Step back three on the way. That one's short. As Jenkins hits the front of the rim. Inside to Blair. Turnover here as the Suns get it back. This one bouncing around. And now back come the Suns. Green, skip pass over to De Los Rios. Three-pointer, no good. And we're going to have a foul called. That one going to be on Hughley. That's his first, team fifth. Jenkins misses the first.
Set for the Suns, opening game, number 12, Taylor, replacing at number 2, Elijah Barnes.
Deion Taylor. Enters the game for the Suns. Jenkins hits the second. And it's a three-point game once again, 59-56. As I said before, the Suns have only defeated the Bruins in their history one time, and that was back here in the Davis Fieldhouse in 2020. Blair misses the corner three. That one blocked by Garrick. And we're going to have a foul the other way. That one going to be actually on Jaden Jenkins that time. Because it was blocked cleanly by Kenny Garrick, and then Garrick was going for the loose ball, and it was Jenkins who kind of tied up with him there. Second on Jenkins, team foul number 4 here in the second half for the Suns. We are nearing the midway point of the second half, and it looked at one point like the Bruins were going to run away with this one, and at one point it was a 14-point advantage for the Bruins, and the Suns came roaring back. They have the lead. You see Colin Jacobs in the game for the Bruins. Jacobs, back up top to Brunson. Brunson through the lane, using the soft touch in close. And Brunson scores. Green goes to the floor, and it's going to stay Suns' possession on the loose ball. As I said before, really, the regional tournament has, at least from talking to the coaches earlier this week, they said that the seeding is pretty much finalized. And so we talked about, how much regional implication this game would mean, and they said, really not much. So the final seedings are going to be determined early this next week. And again, we don't want to tell you wrong information, so I'm not going to speculate that much. But as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the Bruins likely will be somewhere in that 4 to 5 to 6 seed range, likely that 4 seed, just based on power rating and other things. We've talked about a couple of seniors so far. John Barron, of course, the team manager, and Andrew Ahrens as the Bruins regain the lead. How about Hayes Brush, number 4 for the Bruins? He's not in the game right now. This one poked away from Pouncey, or by Pouncey. Pouncey comes back-to-back buckets from Tostadas Pouncey. Timeout. Suns, as the Bruins battle back. They now have a 3-point lead, 62-59. As I said before, Hayes Brush, another 4-year player for the Bruins. Just an incredible young man on and off the court, but he's one of those guys. I always point this stat out because this is one of my favorites for Hayes Brush. He is listed at 6'2", And when I look at Hayes Brush and talking to him face to face, I'm 6 foot and we're almost eye level. So I think with that long flowing hair, he might get the 6'2" out of it. But just an incredible young man who oftentimes, because of his position, has to go up against much bigger defenders. And I mean, I'm talking 5-6 inches sometimes or more, and probably 30-40 pounds more. And he's having to battle down in the post with these guys, and yet he is consistently each year among the team leaders in rebounds. He actually leads the team this year in blocks. Or no, excuse me, he's second on the team this year in blocks. But in his career, he just has amassed an enormous amount of rebounds, an enormous amount of blocks, especially for being the size that he is. Like I said, he's a 4-year player locally here from Greer, South Carolina, and definitely going to miss Hayes and the impact he has had on the team over the last 4 years. We got 9 minutes remaining here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins have battled back to take a 3-point advantage. Floating shot on the way. And that should be over and back, as that one was batted out by Amy. And it definitely was a situation where he was just trying to keep the possession alive, but that should have been backcourt. That shot on the way, and it's going to go. Desperation shot turns into 2 points for the Suns. You know, Elijah Barnes couldn't do that twice if he wanted to. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Jacobs that time. Jacobs in the first half gave a spark to the Bruins as he scored on a 3-point play and then came right back with a basket in close. Anytime he's in the game, the Bruins are looking to go his way. As again, he just brings that big physical presence. 62-61. This one has been absolutely back and forth. Floater on the way, no good. Garrick able to pull down the rebound and come back the other way. Blair, little hesitation going baseline. He gets in close, no good. Colin Jacobs, the rebound, has that one blocked from behind, but there is a foul. Dewey Shannon, that's his first. Team 6th. Both teams with 6 fouls, so we will be in the bonus the rest of the way out for either one of these teams. On the next foul, Jacobs missing the first. Under 8 minutes remaining here. Hughley back into the game, and again, Stephon Hughley, another one of the seniors this year, just a 3-year player for the Bruins, but what an impact he has made. Again, kind of like Hayes Brush's story, Stephon, you see it there, has often been guarding, even though he's listed at 6'4", just having to guard bigger players than him, but he is incredibly quick and incredibly, if I could put it this way, just knows how to use his body in and around the rim. And one thing about Steph is his soft touch in and around the rim as well. There will be times he's got a guy hanging on one shoulder and another guy trying to take the ball away or block the shot, and somehow it goes in. And again, he just is very smart down on the block. And it's no wonder he leads the team in rebounding this year and just, again, has been a good post player for the Bruins in his time here. 63-63 our score with 7:15 remaining in this game. Gonzalez takes the dribble off to the right. His shot on the way, no good. Hughley gets the rebound. And each possession that much more important with 7 minutes to go and a tie game. Don't think either team is going to push away in this one, just based upon how things have been going here the last couple of minutes. Expect this one to be a close one all the way to the end. Brunson gets it down to Hughley, working on Amy. Back out to Brunson. Thought about the three there for a second. Soft touch, in and out. Trevor Brunson in close. And again, using that speed, but combining it with a soft touch gives the Bruins the upper hand, 65-63. That one poked away. 3-on-2. Blair coming back in transition. Up off the glass for two. Henry Blair scores. Bruins have pushed it ahead, 67-63. Again, in the first half, this is where they started to really distance themselves, as you see Hayes Brush and Brian Sims each getting ready to come into the game. Burton, crossover move, loses the ball, gets it back. De Los Rios hands this one off to Gonzalez. Gets the screen from Amy, mid-range jumper. Gonzalez knocks it down. 67-65. Derek over to Brunson. He'll take the three from the outside. Got some space. And Trevor Brunson with a big-time three. And we're going to have an injury timeout here, I think, as it looks like Elijah Barnes came down funny on that ankle. So we are going to have a sub here. Burton has the dribble at the top. Guarded by Brush. Brush looking at that screen. Now switches back over as Brunson on Burton. Uses the glass and gets it to go. 70-67 our score. 5 minutes remaining here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Final game of the regular season for the Bruins. You know they want to send their seniors out with a win. Brunson using the left hand. It doesn't go. And depending, that will be Burton, and that will be Burton's fifth. McNee Burton has fouled out of this game, and it sends Trevor Brunson to the line. And that'll actually be a media timeout as well. With nationwide capabilities, Ronald Blue Trust provides wealth management strategies to give you wisdom for wealth for life. Find out more at ronblue.com/Greenville. This has been a very back and forth contest between the Bruins and Suns. And you know both of these teams are wanting to end their regular season with a win going into the regional tournament. We'll see what the Bruins have drawn up here. They are going to need to shore up some things defensively, and then offensively, again, they've got to get back to moving without the ball, and that ball movement of working around to get that high percentage look is going to be that much more important in the late stages of this game. Each possession matters that much more. Brunson able to hit. Again, came into this game at 88% free throw shooter, and he's a guy that just, again, if you're watching and you're in high school, look at Trevor Brunson, and it's the same motion. It's the same rhythm every single time he shoots a free throw, and a lot of the best free throw shooters at all levels will tell you that's what it is. It's following that same rhythm. Henry Blair pokes this one away, coming back the other way, and he'll just drop it in. That's a wise move by Henry Blair. Again, no need to showboat or try to dunk or anything like that. Drop that baby in and get a sure 2 points. 74-67, 4.5 to go here. Little hesitation move. This is Braun, who just entered the game for the Suns. Shannon gets it to go, and Brunson saying his hands were up, but he is going to be credited for the foul, and that's the 4th on Trevor Brunson, so he's going to have to be careful here. I think that was more in the body than necessarily up on the contact and the shooting. And this is going to be Dewey Shannon going to the line. He has had a great second half for the Suns. That one poked away by Jenkins as he had raced to try to get that offensive rebound. It'll go back to the Bruins with just over 4 minutes remaining. We talk about this all the time on the broadcast. When you have a lead in the late stages of the game, another important factor here is to try to get as much clock off of the game clock as possible with each possession as well. Again, at the college level, you have 30 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson has some space, takes the three. That one's short. Again, probably could have used to draw a little bit more clock. That three from the outside, no good. Amy gets the rebound. That also no good. It'll go back to the Bruins off the deflection. Henry Blair. Brian Sims taking the quick three, and he got it to go. 77-69, 3.5 to go. That's a big three for Brian Sims. Still a lot of time left, though. Jenkins back to Shannon. He'll take the three. No good. Brush able to get the rebound. Pushes it ahead to Brian Sims. Over to Brunson. Brunson wisely slows it up for now. Back to Hayes Brush. Brush back to Brunson. Brunson through the lane. Soft touch. And he got it to go. Lead back up to 10, 79-69. Back to Amy inside, and we're going to have a foul here. And it was Hughley who's going to be credited for the foul here. And they're going to say it was a shooting foul. Just the second one on Hughley. 8th team foul, though, as I said, will be in the bonus for both teams the rest of the way out. And I believe we're going to have a timeout called here. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. They're located right here in Greenville, South Carolina. Check them out online, fcisc.com. Henry Blair. Top of the key, Blair, soft touch, no good. Hughley able to get the rebound, and he doesn't score. And you saw Coach Tony Miller coming off the bench there is, again, in that particular situation, when you pull down the offensive rebound, you could have passed it back out for a fresh 20 seconds. And again, at this point, you got to remember the clock is just as much of your friend as your lead. So the Bruins with an 8-point cushion right now, 79-71. Brunson has it at the top of the key. Turnaround shot on the way, and that one no good. Shannon pulls down the rebound. Suns racing in transition. Shannon up off the glass, and that one's good. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a 6-point game. 79-73. And timeout called by the Bruins here. Still plenty of timeouts for both of these teams. 1:37 to go. Bruins up 6. Stay with us. Bruins have a slim lead here with 1.5 minutes to go. And again, you know, during that timeout, probably the main conversation was, look, guys, we have the lead. We have got to draw as much clock as we can with each possession. Back across to Hayes Brush. Brush inside. That's exactly what you want to happen. Draw the clock down, wait for the defense to break down, and find a wide open Stephon Hughley. That might be the difference maker right there. Little hesitation. Shot on the way, no good. Sims able to get the rebound. Sims pushes it ahead to Henry Blair. Blair going to hold up. Back across to Brunson. Brunson through the lane, up off the glass for 2, and he will score. Back-to-back baskets for the Bruins. And it looks like they are going to wrap up the regular season with a win. Shannon, he shoots the 3 from the outside, no good. Bruins able to pull down the rebound. Bruins will pull this one out. And Sims in close once again. Suns coming back. Gonzalez for 3. Off the back iron, that not going to go. It'll stay Suns' possession. Bruins making some key baskets down the stretch here. And it will be a timeout for the Bruins. And again, a gutsy win for the Bruins. 7 seconds remaining here. And the Bruins, no doubt, just wanting to say in that timeout, no fouls. A little hesitation here. Floating shot on the way, no good. And that will do it. The Bruins able to hang on as they win the game 85-73, your final score. Bruins wrap up the regular season with a win. As I said, both teams will head into the regional tournament next week as the South Region Tournament getting underway down at Johnson University, actually in Kissimmee, Florida. Again, stay tuned to the Bruins website at bjubruins.com as we'll have seating and other information available early part of this next week. Again, your final score here from the Davis Fieldhouse, Bruins 85, Suns 73. I'd like to thank so much of our production crew here for all that they do to put on our webcasts. Again, so often we have to rely on students and others who make these webcasts as great as they are. Of course, Dan Boone, our director of operations here on the webcast. Appreciate him and his work. And then Cal Slayton, Ryan Heaton, and Chantel Dewar, who are all on camera today. Thank you guys for your excellent work during the webcast today. This is actually the final webcast for the basketball teams this year. Of course, we'll have our baseball teams joining up this spring, and you'll be able to access that on our YouTube channel at bjubruins.com. Again, your final score here from the Davis Fieldhouse, Bruins 85, Suns 73. That's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. I'm Johnny Gamet saying goodnight, God bless, and go Bruins.